What's up, this is Simon back with another video, and in this video I'm going to show you step by step how to get started with the email marketing software ConvertKit. And here's exactly what I'll be covering. How to get started for free and set up your account, how to import your existing contacts, how to create a form and put that form on your website, how to create a landing page and assign that to your own domain, how to send out broadcast emails, and how to create automation sequences to automate your email marketing. You'll find the timestamps to all the steps down below in the description of this video, or you can just hover over the progress bar of this video to find the exact part that you're looking for. However, if you're just getting started with ConvertKit, just watch from the beginning and I'll walk you through everything. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to get started with a free ConvertKit account. And at the time of shooting this video, you can use ConvertKit for free with most of the main features and manage up to 1,000 contacts. The main thing that's missing from the free plan is the automation feature, but if at some point you decide that you need that feature, you can upgrade anytime to their paid plan, which starts at $29 per month. But for now, we're gonna get started with a free plan. So to create your account, you can just head over to the description of this video and click on the first link that you find there. That link will take you to the website of ConvertKit where you can sign up for a free account. So do that now and we'll move on from there. Alright, so when you click on the first link in the description, you should land on this page that you see here, which is the page of ConvertKit where you can go ahead and sign up for a free account. And first of all, we need to answer a couple of questions before we can go ahead and create our account. So let's just go ahead and do that. So have you used email marketing before in our business? I'm just going to tell them I'm a beginner. No, I'm just starting with email. Then do we have a website? Yes, we do have a website. And we have created that website on WordPress. So after those questions, we can go ahead and type in our email and our password. So I'm going to use one of my emails that I haven't used before with ConvertKit. And then create a strong password that we can remember. Then we have to tick the box here and then we can click Get Started. So now we're logged into our ConvertKit account. So you should see your name on the top right corner here. And I'm just going to quickly go over the main layout of ConvertKit. So on the top here, you see some different tabs of all the different features that you have available to build your email marketing. So right now we're on the landing pages and forms tab, where obviously we can build our landing pages and forms. Then you have the subscribers tab, where you see all your activity from your subscribers, all your new subscribers that have just signed up for your email list. And then you have the broadcast tab here, which you can use to send out one-time emails to your email list. Then you have the automations tab, which you see now is grayed out. That's because in the free plan that we have just signed up for, the automations feature is not available, as I've already mentioned. I'm actually going to cover how to use automations at the end of this tutorial, and then I'm going to show you how to sign up for a 14-day free trial for the paid plan if you want to use the automations feature. But that's at the end of the tutorial, so for now we're just going to build everything using the free tools, and then eventually at the end, if you decide you want to try out the automations, you can do that as well. And then you also have a Learn tab here, which kind of gives you some courses from the team of ConvertKit and some other people. And they teach you a lot of stuff even throughout or further than ConvertKit itself. This one is how to kind of create content for your online business with content marketing. And this one is how to create a digital product. And so ConvertKit is very popular among bloggers, among course creators. So they have a lot of content for those kind of people to kind of teach them a lot of stuff about content creation, about blogging, and about how to create a paid course. So if you have some time, I think it's very worth it to go through some of those lessons in those courses. But for this tutorial, this is more about how to get started with ConvertKit, how to use this software. So we're not going to bother with this tab here. And then on the top right here, as I said, you should see your account name. And then under this, you can change your profile information. You can change some account settings, where in a second we will start to change some things. And you can also log out here. Then on the bottom right, you see this little chat box icon, which you can always use to kind of contact their support whenever you have any questions, which I highly encourage you to do. So don't freak out if you don't know how to do something, just contact the support and then they will help you out. So that's basically the basic layout. You also have like a checklist here on the bottom left, which should help you start getting started with ConvertKit, but I'm going to cover everything in this tutorial, so you can just watch this video. So that's basically the layout. It's very easy to navigate through, and as you can see alongside watching this tutorial, you will get familiar with this ConvertKit software. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do now is to go head over to the top right, click on your account name, and then go to account settings. Then go to the left side and click on email. What we want to do here is we want to set up the email that you want to send emails from. So if you have signed up with a simple Gmail address, then I would highly encourage you to actually get a branded email. So if you have a domain, so for me, it's one of my domains is madixmedia.com. So I want to send from this domain. And if you have signed up with a Gmail right now, it would say something like Simon blah 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 at gmail.com. So what you can do is actually add another address. So you can add another address right here, click on add an address, and then type in the name that should appear when people get emails from you. So I'm just going to type in my name right here. And let's say I want to send emails from one of my other branded email addresses. Let's say I want to send one from this one here, simon@learnpassiveincome.com, which is another branded email address that I use. So let's say I want to add this, click on add, and then I have two different email addresses that I can send emails from. But actually I have to verify those email addresses before I can start sending emails. So I have to tell ConvertKit that I actually own those branded email addresses, those domains. So the way we do that is pretty simple actually. We can just head over to our email inbox of this one or this one, whatever you want to use for sending emails, and then we have to confirm that by clicking on a link. So I'm just going to head over to my inbox and then I'm going to show you how this email looks like. Okay, so I've just logged into my email account and checked my emails, and in my inbox I got this email from ConvertKit asking me to verify my email address that I have just typed in there. So I'm just going to click on verify your email here, and then I should get back to my ConvertKit account. And as you see now, this email address is confirmed. Now, if I want to confirm this as well, I can just head over to the inbox of this email and click the button again, and then both of them will be confirmed, and I can use any of them to send out emails from. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a physical address, because with email marketing, by law, you have to add a physical address at the bottom of every email. So you can either use your own address, your company address, or the thing that's very cool with ConvertKit is that they allow you to use their address. So if you click on the Learn More button here, you can read that they make it available to you so that you can use their address here. So that's what we're going to use because it's very easy, very simple. So I'm just going to copy their address by going Command C and then going back, paste that in here, and then copy this one as well, paste it in here, then the state as well, and also the zip code. Just copy everything, put it in there. Country is USA. And that's already it. Make sure you actually go to the bottom here and click on Save Settings so that everything is saved. All right, so the next thing we're going to show you is how to import your existing email contacts in case you already have an email list. Maybe you're switching from another provider and you want to import your existing email contacts into ConvertKit. So to do that, we're going to go to the top here and click on Subscribers. Then we see we don't have any subscribers in our account yet, obviously. So what we want to do is we want to click on Add Subscribers to actually import our list. So now it tells us that ConvertKit is special, that they only allow you to have one email list because you don't really need more than one email list because you can tag your contacts. By adding tags, you can basically segment your contacts by different interests or by whatever you want to. So let's say you have some different contacts. Some of them are your active customers, some of them are just leads. So you can just tag them customer or tag them lead, or maybe you have some different interests. Maybe you have people that are interested in blogging, and then you have people that are interested in e-commerce. So we can just use a tag for all those different categories. So now we can either go ahead without a tag, we can click cancel, or we can just tag them. I'm just going to create a tag import July 20, so that I know those are the people that I've imported at July 20. And then I'm going to click on create tag. And then we have some different possibilities how we can import our contacts. So we can either do this manually, just add every single one of them, which is pretty a lot of work probably. So and we can also use import from another provider, but the easiest thing in my opinion is just import as a CSV. So if with your other provider, you can just download or export all your contacts and save them as a CSV file, and then go ahead and just import that file to your ConvertKit account. So we're just going to click on import as CSV. And if you don't know how to export your contacts as a CSV file, just contact support of your other email marketing provider that you're switching from, and they will definitely help you to get that file. Okay, so now I have to upload that file. So we're going to click on select and drag and drop as CSV file. Then I'm going to go to desktop, and we're going to click on example email list. And now we have uploaded that list. Now everything that ConvertKit lets you import is the email and the name. So I want to make sure that every column is mapped correctly. So you can go through here and check if it already has mapped anything. But as you see, because every field in the middle here is empty, nothing is mapped already. So let's go ahead and map the name. So we just assign the name in our CSV file to the actual value in that column of that CSV file. So I'm gonna choose as name because the name is Bert here, and I'm gonna tell them that's the first name. So now this column where it says Bert as an example will be saved as the first name. Then this is the email address, and I'm going to say that this is the corresponding email address. And that's everything I want to import here. And you can also import tags, but I'm not going to do that now. So we're going to continue by just using the first name and the email. So ConvertKit is very simple like that. They don't, they kind of try to get rid of all the complicated stuff with email marketing and just focus on the main parts. So let's scroll down and then click on import subscribers. Now, depending on how big your list is, this might take a while, but I only had like 6 contacts on the list, just as an example, so it didn't take all too long. Now let's go ahead and refresh this page here to check if we actually have imported our subscribers. And as we see here, we have imported our 6 subscribers from our existing email list. You see you have total subscribers now 6. This graph here went up a bit. So as you see, as you gain more subscribers, you will always see kind of the statistics of it here in the subscribers tab. You also see like the average open rate, the average click rate, and how many emails you have sent. Okay, so the next thing we need is a way for people to sign up for our email list to actually give us their information, so their name and their email address. And the way we do that is by creating a form or a landing page. So we go to the top left side here and click on landing pages and forms. Then we click on create new. Then again, we have the possibility to create a form or a landing page. So a form is just a simple piece of code that you can put on your website where it just says put your name and your email address here, and then says something like subscribe or download, like a button. And then we can put that form on our website wherever we want to, basically. So this is for you if you actually have a website already. And a landing page is like a simple one-page website that is designed just for getting people to sign up for your email list. So if you don't have a website, or you just have a YouTube channel and you want to still collect some leads, collect some email addresses, you can use the landing page option here. If you have a website or a blog, you can just put the form on your blog. So the way most people get people's email addresses is by giving away something for free, like a freebie or a lead magnet or whatever it's called. So what people give away is like a free checklist, a free ebook, a free mini course, something like that. And in this example, I'm going to show you how to create a form and a landing page to give away a free checklist or just a free digital product, a free digital PDF document. So I'm going to show you how to create a form first, then I'm going to show you how to create a landing page. Whatever applies to you, just skip ahead to that part. You can hover over the progress bar of the video or go to the description and click on the timestamp that is relevant for you. So I'm going to create a form first. We're going to click on create form, and then we have some different possibilities, some different form types that we can choose for the form that we're going to create. So there's the inline form that is just a part of your website, maybe like in the middle of a blog post. Then we have the modal one that just makes everything, the background, blur out or make it gray, and then it just pops out and says something like, hey, I have this ebook about lead generation. If you want to get like 100 leads in 30 days, you can download this ebook, something like that. And the same thing with the slide in here. It just slides in from the bottom right, or the sticky bar, which is a bar that will always be on the top here. So at any time people see that bar. Now, I'm going to show you how to create an inline form because that's like a very simple one, and it's very useful for like bloggers because they can put that inside of their blog post very easily. So click on inline, and then we have some different templates that we can use. I'm going to use the simple Claire template because it's very minimalistic. I'm going to click on choose, and that's how the form currently looks like. And you can change some different things here. So you can maybe change that button to download because I'm giving something away. So download makes more sense in my case. I'm going to change that to download. Maybe also change the color of that button by just clicking on it and then going to the right side here. Change that to green, something like that. And that's it. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Now there's a couple of things I want to change as well before I put it on the website. So on the right side, you can change from style to the little gear icon here. And then I want to change the success message. So when somebody types in their first name and their email address, then it replaces this form with a message. And I want to change that message from success, now check your email to confirm your subscription, to actually check your email to download whatever I'm giving away. So to download the YouTube checklist. I'm going to change that real quick to download the YouTube checklist. Okay, you can also redirect to an external page, but I'm just going to use this message for now. Cool, so I'm going to leave it like that. Then we're going to go to the next thing here, which is this letter icon. And what's very cool with ConvertKit is that you can set up your email where the lead magnet will be in. So the PDF document that I will be giving away will be in an email. So they have to go check their email and actually download what I'm giving away. And what you can do with ConvertKit is you can do like a double opt-in, but not as normally this works. Like normally it's like, okay, confirm that you want to be subscribed to this email list. But with ConvertKit, what you can do is just put the download button there, and once they click on the download button, then they already double opted in, which is very good because then you don't get any fake email addresses and you don't get any people that aren't active on your email list, because that really hurts your open rates eventually. So you can either, if you don't want to have a double opt-in, you can just click on auto confirm new subscribers. But again, this will maybe get some people on your email list that you don't want to have there because they are not active. So what I would suggest you do is you just untick this box here and tick the send incentive email. Now again, what I want to do is have an email sent to them that where they can then download that checklist that I'm giving away. Okay, so we're going to click on edit email contents, and the from email, I'm going to change that to simon@learnpassiveincome.com. This is the one that I have verified in the beginning of the tutorial. Then I'm going to change the subject of this email to here's your YouTube checklist, and maybe something like download, so that they know this is where they need to go. Then the content, thanks for signing up, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to type in something real quick. Hey, obviously you want to spend some time creating a good email. Don't make it too long because people are eventually basically there to actually download what you're giving away, but then you can follow up eventually with some more emails. Hey, here's the free checklist I promised you. And then this is the button where they need to click to confirm their subscription, but I'm going to change the text of this button to download. And then I'm going to say something like, talk to you soon, Simon. Okay, so let's say this looks good to me. This is the email that I want to have sent once somebody actually types in their information here. I'm going to click on save. And then what I need to give ConvertKit is the actual checklist that I want to give away. So I'm going to click on download, and then I need to choose a file. So I'm going to click on choose file, and then I'm going to look for that file that I'm giving away. So it will be this one, YouTube checklist. Okay, so now the PDF document is uploading. And once it's uploaded, I'm going to click on save on the top right, because now my form is done. Everything is set up as I want it to be. And the next step is to actually put that form on your website. So the way we're going to do that is by clicking on embed on the top right. Then the window will open up with some different options how you can embed this form onto your website. So you have some different possibilities. You can maybe install the ConvertKit plugin to WordPress, but I think the easiest way is just to copy the JavaScript and then put that on your WordPress website. So I'm going to click on copy here to copy that Java code. Then I'm going to head over to my blog post. So this is just a quick blog post example that I created within WordPress. And now we're on the visual editor where you can just write your blog post. And now I want to find the place where I want to put that form. So make sure it's somewhere where it actually makes sense. So maybe I'm talking about how I've maybe ranked YouTube videos, and then I've created like a checklist, like a process that I'm always doing that makes my videos rank on the top 5 for certain keywords. So, and then eventually I introduce them to my YouTube checklist, and I offer them to download that checklist. So then it says download my YouTube checklist, and here's where I'm going to put that form so people can sign up and get the download button. Okay, so I'm going to type in something to remember where I want to put that form. So I'm just going to type in 999. Now what I want to do is change to the code editor. So I'm going to go to the top right here, click on the 3 dots, and then I'm going to click on code editor. Click here, and now it changes the editor to the code editor. And now I want to look for that 999 that I've just put in my visual editor and replace that 999 with the code that we have copied from our ConvertKit account from that form. So I'm going to right click, click paste, and now the code is pasted in there. Now I can click update, and now before the website looked like this, so it's just like my blog post, and then when I update, now it's updating, now it's done. So I'm going to click on preview again, and now the form should be under the title. Let's see. Okay, so this is exactly what I wanted. So now the form is in there and people can actually go ahead and sign up. So let's check if that form actually works. So I'm going to type in an email of mine to just check if it works. Oh, that's actually the name here. Okay, so put that here. Let's say Simon. Okay, so click download. And now it says success. Now your email, check your email to download the YouTube checklist. Okay, so let's now check the email. All right, so now I'm in my email and I've just got this email. Here's your YouTube checklist, and that's exactly the email that we have prepared before to be sent out once somebody signs up. So now I can click on this download button, and now this email address, this contact, is double opted in, and the person that got this email has this YouTube checklist right now. So what you can do is just save as, and then you can download it like this. Okay, so this worked very well. Now let's actually check if this person is actually now a new subscriber on my email list. So go back to the subscribers tab on your ConvertKit account, And now you see that we have a new subscriber, which is the one that I have just entered. So now we checked that the form actually worked. Okay, so the next part is for the people that want to create a landing page to capture the information of their subscribers. So a one-page website that's just for capturing leads. So to do that, we're going to go to the top again, to the top left, and click on landing pages and forms. Then again, click on create new. And this time we're going to create a landing page. So click on landing page. And just like with the forms, we have some different templates that we can choose from. Again, as an example, I'm going to create a landing page where I'm giving away something for free, like a lead magnet. And what I'm giving away is a free YouTube optimization checklist. So the closest thing that would come to this would be like the ebook templates, where people are giving away a free ebook. So I'm just going to click on ebook to kind of limit my options here a little bit. And then I'm going to choose one of those templates. You don't need to choose the same one that I am choosing. You can choose any one that works best for you. But I'm just going to choose this one on the bottom left here, the Pierce template. So I'm going to click on choose. And that brings us to our landing page editor, where we can change the entire design so we can make it look like we want to. Now I'm going to go through the right side tabs here and kind of adjust my landing page like this. So the first thing that I'm going to change is, so I'm just going to go from the top down. So the heading font, I'm going to change this from this font to another one. I'm going to do Roboto condensed. And we're going to change the body text font as well, which is this one here, to just Roboto. Let me try again. This one, Roboto. Okay. Now, I want to change also the color of those yellow dots in the background to red, because the theme of YouTube is rather red than yellow. So change that to red. Okay, cool. Now I want to change the background. So I want to remove the background image that they have already put in here for me. So I'm going to click on remove image, and that will remove the image and just leave us with the color. Now I want to change the color to a dark gray, just like this. Okay, that looks good to me. Now you can also change the border radius, which is this radius right here. I'm just going to leave it at 10 pixels. Okay. Next thing, we're going to actually change the content of this page. So I want to change that image to the cover of my YouTube checklist that I'm giving away. So I'm going to click on that image, click on replace, and then that brings me to a page where I can upload the image that I want to put here. So what I usually do is I create a mock-up, or I create just a cover of my ebook or of my lead magnet, whatever it is, and I upload it and put that on my landing page. So I'm gonna choose that here. Where is it? Okay, I'm gonna choose this one here. Upload this one. And once it's uploaded, I can choose it. And that should replace it. Okay, so now instead of this image, we have the cover of the YouTube optimization checklist that I'm giving away. Now let's change the Clio kind of autograph here. I also want to change that. So I just want to remove that. So click on it. Click on the bin on the right side, and that will remove it. Then I'm going to change the title to free YouTube checklist. Now I also want to change this color that is in the background of this text here. So I'm gonna change that here. Also make that, yeah. Actually, I want to remove that entirely. So I'm just gonna make it white, so that is removed. Now I'm going to change that text to where can I send the checklist to? So they understand that they have to type in their email address so that they get this checklist. And now what they can insert here is just their email address. What I want to do is I want to also ask for the name, because then I can personalize my emails more. So I can say like, hey Tim, how's it going? Something like that, instead of just hey there. So it makes it a little bit more personal. So to do that, I click on the plus sign here, then I drag that on the top, and I go to the right side and make the custom field to first name. Just change that. Everything else I'm going to leave it like it is, and that's it. Now the button, I'm also gonna change the text of the button. I'm gonna say something like send it now, and this little text on the bottom, I respect your privacy, unsubscribe at any time. You can also change that, like no spam, unsubscribe anytime, something like that, or just leave it as it is. Then I'm going to change the color of the text to also kind of a red, because I'm going to keep that red theme kind of going here. Change that to red, and that's basically it. So let's check how it looks like. Click on preview here, and that is how our landing page will look like. Good, I'm gonna save it real quick, save and publish. Cool. Now I'm gonna change some more settings. So this was the first tab here, the styles tab. We already went through that. Now the second one is the gear icon here, and this is where I can actually choose a domain to host this landing page on. I'm going to show you how to do this in a second, but first I'm going to change the success message here to check your email to confirm subscription, to check your email to download the YouTube checklist, because that makes more sense. Okay, now I'm going to go to this icon here, and the same thing with the form. If you have watched the form part, is where we want to send an immediate email to everybody that signs up here. So what will happen when somebody signs up with their name and email address is there will be sent an automatic email with whatever they requested here. So I want to send them an email with a button where they can download that checklist. And with ConvertKit, it's very cool that they make it very easy for you to set this up. So what we want to do is send an incentive email, that's the way they call it here, to make people actually double opt in. So they have to click on a button, so they double opted in, so that they actually confirm that they're a real person, and that way they can download whatever they requested here. You can also auto confirm new subscribers, so that they don't need to double opt in, but because we're giving away something that they have to click on a button to actually download what we're giving away, we can just use the double opt-in, so that you don't get any fake email addresses, which will increase your open rates, which will increase your delivery rates. Okay, so keep it like that, tick there, no tick there. Then change the email contents, click here. And then what I want to do is send it from simon@learnpassiveincome.com. That's the email that I have verified in the beginning of the tutorial. And then I'm going to change the subject to here's your YouTube checklist. And then something like download. Okay, I'm going to change that text. Again, maybe take some time to actually craft a proper email here. I'm just going to type in, hey, here's your YouTube checklist. Then I'm going to change the button from confirm your subscription to download. You can also change the color, maybe make that green. Okay. Now I'm going to change that to talk to you soon, Simon. But make it personal to you, okay? So I'm going to click save. And that's saved, that's cool. Now, what I want to do, you can either direct them to a specific URL, to maybe your Dropbox folder, or you can just upload the file to your ConvertKit account. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to click on download, choose the file. So I'm going to choose now the optimization checklist that I'm giving away. Choose that file. That's right here. Open. And now that file will be uploaded to ConvertKit. So it will be hosted on ConvertKit, and that's it. Okay, now our landing page is actually done. So let's again save and publish. And now when I want to send somebody to that landing page so they can sign up for our email list, I'm going to click on share, and that's where I see the link. So this is what the link looks right now. Let's just try that out. Click to copy. Then copy that into our browser, and that's how it looks like. Now, let's quickly see if it works. I'm going to type in that name. I'm going to type in one of my email addresses. infogram@gmail.com. Send it now, and you see success. Now check your email to confirm your subscription. Okay. Now I'm going to quickly do that. I'm going to quickly go to my email here. Okay, so now in my email, and here's the email that I have just received. Here's our YouTube checklist. Then I can click on the download button, which will automatically confirm my subscription to the email list. And here's where I will be sent to, which is the ConvertKit website. And there's my YouTube checklist that people can just right click, save as, and then they can download it like that. So everybody's happy. Okay, now let's actually check if this person that I've just added is actually on my list. So I'm gonna click on subscribers here, open that in a new tab, and here's the new subscriber that I have just added. So it actually works, our landing page works. Now, if you actually wanna host that landing page on your custom domain, then you have to do a couple of steps more. So if you wanna do that, I'm gonna show you how to do that now. So it doesn't say fabulous painter 823 CK page. It actually says something like content.madixmedia.com or whatever your website is. Okay, you can change that, which is more professional and which is what I recommend. But you have to do some more steps. Now, the way we do that is we need to choose a custom domain here. But as you see, we don't have a custom domain yet. So we actually need to create a custom, or to point a custom domain to ConvertKit so that ConvertKit can assign that landing page to that domain. So the way we do that is we go back to our ConvertKit dashboard, then go to the top right and click on Account Settings. Then we're going to click on Custom Domains, and then we're going to add a domain here. And I assume you already have a domain. If you don't have a domain yet, you need to get one, otherwise it doesn't work. But I assume you have one here. So what I usually do is I host them on a subdomain, because let's say this is my domain right here, madixmedia.com. And the thing is, if I host it on madixmedia.com, then I can't do anything else with that website. So if you actually have a blog called madixmedia.com, then I would highly suggest that you actually create a subdomain for your landing page. So something like content.madixmedia.com. And that way your blog website, your main website, won't get messed up by you pointing that to ConvertKit. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to create a subdomain, and then we're going to point that subdomain to ConvertKit. So I'm going to name that subdomain content@madixmedia.com, and then which landing page would I like to use as your homepage? And then I'm going to choose that landing page that we have just created. So Pierce landing page is what the name is. I'm going to click on Save, and now we have to create some A records, so-called A records, and point them to those IP addresses to make ConvertKit be able to actually set up the custom domain with the landing page. Now, depending on your hosting provider, you have to actually log into your hosting provider and do that now. So my hosting provider is Bluehost, so I'm going to show you how to do it with Bluehost. But if you have another hosting provider, just go down to the description of this video and you should find a tutorial for the main hosting providers that are out there. I'm just going to leave some links there that you can use there, or just type it in YouTube. Maybe somebody else has made a tutorial with another hosting provider. So I'm going to go to Bluehost right now, this is my Bluehost website or my Bluehost account. So I'm going to click on Domains on the left side. And then I want to use this website here, Madix Media. Go to the drop-down arrow here, click on Subdomains. And then I'm going to create a new subdomain. So I'm going to choose the Madix Media here. Going to name that Content. And then I'm going to create this subdomain. Let it load for a second. Okay, so now the subdomain is created. We're going to create a return to subdomains. And what I will need to do now is I'm gonna create those A records. So I'm gonna click on, gonna go back to domains. Then I'm gonna go to the drop down again, and I'm gonna click on DNS. Okay, so now I need to add those A records. So I'm gonna scroll down and I'm gonna look for A. So those are the A records. Then I'm gonna drop down to show all. And first I'm gonna delete the A record that this subdomain content@madexmedia.com is pointed to. So I'm gonna go down and look for content. I already found it, it's here. So, and I'm gonna delete this one. So I'm gonna go to the drop and to the 3 dots here. Make sure you actually choose the right one. Go to the 3 dots and then click on remove, confirm. And now I'm gonna add the new A record. So I'm gonna click on add a record. And here's where we need to add this. So I'm gonna go back to our ConvertKit account, and here's what we need to put there. So the host will be content. So I'm gonna put in content here. Now, if you are pointing, or if you're using a main website, if you don't use a subdomain, if you use a main domain, you don't have the content that you can put here. So what you can put here is just an @ sign. So if I would have used just madexmedia.com as a domain for my landing page, I would just put the @ here. But I'm going to use a subdomain, so I'm going to put in content. Now points to, and now this is the IP address. You basically have 3 that you have to point to because of redundancy. So going to use that, point to that IP address. Then the total time, just leave it at 4 hours or even less if that's possible. And then click save. And I'm going to do that again for the others as well. So I'm going to copy the second one as well. Add a new record. Again, content points to this IP address. Click save. And once again for the third one. Add record. Content. The IP address and save. Okay, so now we have saved our A records. Now to propagate, it takes some time. So this won't immediately function. So what you can do to see if it worked, you can go to whatsmydns.net and then type in your subdomain content@madexmedia.com. And then you see that it's still pointed to this IP address, which is the old one that I have deleted, because it takes some time to actually propagate. Now you can, it should take between, I don't know, an hour and 48 hours to propagate. And then when it's done, you will be able to assign the landing page to that domain. So we have to give it some time right now. Before you actually assign your landing page to that domain, you have to click on refresh here. So it says verified. So right now it is not verified, but I'm going to quickly show you an example how it will look like if it's actually verified. Okay, so I actually only had to wait 10 minutes, or I just waited 10 minutes, and then I clicked on refresh again, and now it's verified. So you don't have to wait this long. Maybe depending on your hosting provider, it takes longer, but with Bluehost, it only takes a couple of minutes apparently until it's able to be verified. Okay. So now ConvertKit can point landing pages to this domain. So let's go back to our landing page. I'm going to click on landing pages and forms on the top left. Click on that Pierce landing page, where, by the way, we can change the name here on the top left. Change that to YouTube checklist. And then go to the gear icon on the right side and now choose content.madexmedia.com, which is the subdomain that we've just created. Okay, so let's save and publish. And now when we click share, that link will be content.madexmedia.com. So I can paste that here. And then our landing page should come up. Okay, here it is. So now we have the right domain on the top here. with SSL as well. So ConvertKit, I already make sure that we have SSL, so we have that connection is secure icon here, and that's our landing page. Done. So now you can use that page to send people to. So you can run ads to that page, or you can put them under your YouTube videos and say, hey, if you want to get my free checklist, just check the link in the description, which is this link, and then people will go there and sign up for your email list. Okay, so you should have now created either a form or a landing page that you can use to get people to sign up for your email list. Now, at some point, you obviously want to send out emails to your email list because that's why you wanted to get them on your list in the first place. So you can either create automations or you can send out simple one-time emails like broadcasts. Maybe you have a new blog post or a new YouTube video and you just want to let your subscribers know that you have something new and they can go check it out if they want. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do now. So we're going to click on broadcast on the top here, and we're going to create a new broadcast message, which is just a one-time email to your subscribers. So first we're going to decide what email we're going to send that from. So I'm going to again send that from simon@learnpassiveincome.com, and then I can decide who this email should go to. Right now it says all subscribers. So everybody, all of my 8 subscribers will receive that email. If you have different segments, so let's say if you have segmented your list into customers, maybe leads, maybe people who watched a certain video, people who are your blog post readers, then you can decide you only want to send a specific email to a specific group of your subscribers. So let's say you want to only send that to your blog readers. So you can click on all subscribers, then go to within a segment, and then choose the segment here that you have set up for those people. Now, what you can also do is send it to all subscribers except a specific group. So the way you do that is by adding a filter group and then changing that matching any to matching none, and then add the segment here. So you can say, I want to send it to everybody except my customers. So you can choose the customer segment here, and then it will be sent to everybody except those types of contacts. So, but as I don't have any segments in my new account here, I'm just going to send it to all my subscribers. Then I can give that broadcast a description. So that's just a name for myself, so I remember what that was about. That won't be something that your subscribers will see. So I'm just going to name it new YouTube video SEO, or let's actually say ConvertKit tutorial, because that's what I'm doing right now. ConvertKit tutorial. That's just that I know what this broadcast was about. Next step, and in this step we actually create our email. So first we're gonna decide on a subject line. So let's say new to email marketing. Here's a step-by-step guide for ConvertKit. Something like that. That's maybe a bit too long, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's say, hey, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to write an entire email right here. And then I want to put in the link to the video. So here's the video. And then complete ConvertKit tutorial. Then I want to make that a link. So I'm going to highlight this, click on the link icon here, insert link, and then I'm going to insert that link to my YouTube video. Obviously, you want to put the exact link to your YouTube video, not just youtube.com. Then I want to make that open in a new tab, and I can also tag my subscribers. So I can tag them watched ConvertKit tutorial, so that I know that everybody clicks on this link will get this tag. And then from this, I can do different things for the people that actually use this tag. Then click insert, and then what I also want to do is maybe insert a picture of my thumbnail so that people can have a more visual email. So let's insert a picture here. Click on insert picture, choose a file, and then I'm going to choose my thumbnail. this should come in here. Cool. And this is a bit too big, so I'm gonna drag this and make it a little bit smaller, maybe like this. And then finish my email, and then talk soon, Simon. Something like that. Okay, so let's say my broadcast email is finished and we're ready to send it. So click on next step. So when you have checked everything looks fine, you can go on, click on send broadcast, and that email will be sent out immediately to everybody. Or what you can do is click on schedule and then schedule the exact date and time when this email should go out. So let's say tomorrow at 10 a.m. and then you can click send broadcast, and then it will be sent out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Alright, so the last thing I want to show you in this tutorial is how to use the automations, which we see on the top here. The difference between broadcast and automation is just that a broadcast is a simple one-time email that you can send immediately or schedule it whenever you want to, but it's just one email to your subscribers. And with automations, you have the possibility to create entire email sequences. So let's say 10 emails over the course of 2 weeks that you send out whenever a certain trigger fires. So let's say somebody signs up for your email list or somebody gets assigned a tag. Then you can say, okay, when this happens, then send them this email sequence. So over the course of like 2 weeks, they will get those 10 emails or whatever you're setting up. And as I've said, automations is a tool that is only available for the paid plan. So you will have to upgrade eventually if you want to use that tool more than 14 days, because they do have a 14-day trial. So click on automations, and then if you click on unlock everything, you see that they have a 14-day trial. But you have to type in your credit card information if you want to use that trial. And after those 14 days, if you don't cancel, they will charge you, depending on how many contacts you have, starting at $29 per month. So for people that might need this automation tool, that's actually for people that want to have more automation. They want to build email sequences. So let's say you are somebody that promotes a paid course and you want to give away a mini course. You can use that automation feature for that. So let's say you create a YouTube course about how to grow on YouTube, but first you want to give away a 7-day mini course just for free, so that people see that you actually know what you're talking about, that your content is helping them. And then at the end of this course, you will promote your paid course for people that want to have more information, that want to get an entire course. So what you can do is you can create an automation sequence that you send out to anybody that is interested in that YouTube course. So I'm just going to go ahead and sign up for that 14-day trial so that we actually have access to that automation feature. And then we're going to build such an automation sequence for a mini course. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in my information here. Then I'm going to click Start Free Trial. Okay, so now we're back in our ConvertKit dashboard, and as you see now, the automations tab turned white. So we have now access to the automations feature. So I'm going to click on that, and here you see the different new features. So you have automations, which is your main visual automation builder, and then you have sequences where you're going to build your automation sequences, maybe like a sequence of 5 emails that you can then put in your automation. You can also do rules and more RSS and integrations. But for this tutorial, I'm just gonna cover sequences and automations, so the basics. Now, before we create our automation, our visual automation, we're gonna create a sequence. So what I want to do is I want to send out over the course of 7 days, I want to send out a mini course where every day I give away a piece of content showing them how to build a YouTube channel. And then at the end of those 7 days, I'm going to offer them to buy my course if they're interested. So I'm going to create a mini course sequence that is for free, and then I'm going to create a promotional sequence for my larger course. So those sequences we need to create here. So I'm going to click on New Sequence, name that sequence YouTube mini course for the free one. And here's where I can do that. So that's the same email editor as we've seen before. You can just type in the subject here, maybe like welcome day 1, welcome to my YouTube mini course, and then day 1. And then you obviously want to write out that email and give them a link to the first piece of content. So let's say day 1, how to get started. Then I'm going to make that a link. So that's actually a video probably that I'm going to send them. Then I'm going to highlight that and link to maybe a private YouTube video that I've created for my mini course. So just paste in the link to your private video here. Then I want to make it open in a new tab. And I also want to tag everybody that clicks that link, because I want to filter out everybody that is interested in the content, so that I know who I can promote my paid course to. So I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to type in clicked, or maybe interested YouTube course, and I'm going to create a new tag. So I'm going to click insert, and now I'm going to create 6 more emails sending out the other types of content. So I'm going to click on add email. I'm going to do that a couple of times until I have my 7 emails, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then obviously you want to make that a bit of with more content inside of the email, telling them what they're going to learn today, so you can really build out a nice sequence here. And every day you're gonna give them the link to the next video. So let's say the second day is something like customizing your channel page video, and then always make that a link again and paste the link to your video. And again, I'm gonna tag again interested YouTube course. So I want to tag everybody that's actually clicking on my links, and you're going to see why I'm going to do that later. So do that. And then once I have finished my sequence, I need to activate those emails so they actually work. So I'm going to need to change the status here from draft to active. I'm going to need to do that with every email. And then I also need to tell ConvertKit when those emails should be sent out. So right now it says after 1 day. So whenever the trigger happens, then a day later that email will be sent out. But what I want to do is I want to send out this email immediately, because the way I will do it is by creating a landing page where it says free mini course, sign up here. And then the first email should be this one. So I'm going to change that to 0 days, and it will be sent out immediately. Okay, so the second email here will be sent out after 1 day, and then the third one after 1 day. So every day they will get an email for 7 days. Okay, so once everything is set up here, I can just click on Save All, and that is now our mini course YouTube sequence. Now the second sequence I want to create is the promotional sequence. So for everybody that clicks on any of my free content links, I want to promote to them my paid course. So I'm going to click on New Sequence, Paid YouTube, or like something like YouTube Masterclass, whatever your course is called. I actually don't have a course. Masterclass, create sequence, and then the same thing. So I'm not going to cover how you should do your marketing here, but you get how you can do it within ConvertKit. You can maybe, again, do like 5 promotional emails. You can do this after maybe 2 days. So give them some days after the mini course, and then wait maybe 3 days, and then again 2 days, whatever you want. You can also just make it so it will be only sent on weekdays. So you can just untick Saturday, Sunday, and it will be only sent on weekdays. However you want to set this up. So let's say this is finished as well. I'm going to click on Saved All, and now we should have our 2 sequences. We have our YouTube Masterclass sequence and our YouTube mini course sequence. Now we're basically ready to create our automation. So we're going to click on automations here, and we're going to click on New Automation. And then I'm going to click on Create Automation. And here's where we need to decide what will trigger that automation. So is it when somebody joins a forum? Is it when somebody is added a tag? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do joins a forum. So let's say the form that I've created for this is the YouTube checklist, which isn't really true because that's the landing page that we have created for our lead magnet YouTube checklist. But let's say that's what we want to that's our landing page for that YouTube mini course. So I'm going to add that event, and that's our first block in our visual automation. Now, the first thing I want to do is send out the YouTube mini course sequence. So I'm going to click on the plus here, and I'm going to click on event. No, I'm sorry, I'm going to click on action, and then choose the email sequence. So I'm going to click on YouTube mini course, add action. And then that sequence will be sent out immediately after somebody signs up through that landing page. Now what I want to do is I want to send the promotional sequence to everybody that clicked on any link on my YouTube mini course. So I'm going to go to the plus, click on condition, and then I'm going to click on tag. And now I'm going to choose that tag, interested YouTube course. Click on add condition. And now you see this automation goes through this path and this path. So everybody that has that tag, I can then decide what happens with them. So what I want to do here, everybody that clicked on any of the links, I'm going to send them my second email sequence, which is the YouTube masterclass. So there I will have 5 promotional emails promoting to them that course. And whatever you want to do after that, what you can do is you can do more email sequences, or just give them a tag that they have went through the YouTube masterclass. Whatever you want to do, what I can do here is maybe send another email sequence about more of my free content, or because they're not interested in YouTube, maybe about blogging. So I'm going to send them blogging content. So that's how you can really automate a lot here and make your marketing very passive. So you can just create an email once or create an email sequence once, and then set up triggers to send the right people the right sequences, and kind of market to them and kind of tell your story and kind of get them inside of your business on autopilot. So that's the powerful thing here that you can do with sequences and automations. So I'm going to leave it at that here. But if at some point you want to build something and you don't know how to actually build it, what I would highly suggest that you just go to the bottom right here, click on this chat icon, and then ask the support how you can actually do what you want to do with your automations. Because sometimes when you're new using this feature, it's a little bit overwhelming maybe, and then the help comes in really handy. And they have very good support here. So you shouldn't worry about not knowing how to do something. All right, so congratulations on setting up your email marketing within ConvertKit. I hope this video kind of helped you out getting started with this software. And if it did, you can let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, and also leave me a comment saying what you liked, what you didn't like, and maybe what I can do better in my next tutorial. Also, if you want to see more tutorials from me about email marketing, affiliate marketing, or other online marketing topics in general, you can subscribe to my channel and also hit the little notification bell next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss any new videos that I put out. With that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.